Welcome back. Before we continue, let's do a quick overview of the first series. Number 1. Bad service leads to reduced profit and possible lower employee wages. Number 2. Customers usually seek information through a third party. And number 3. Your patience will produce better results. Now that we understand the basic principles of customer service, let's fine-tune our utilization of these principles with our service pro tips. Establish a personal touch. Assure the customer that you take a personal interest in solving their problems. Ask questions like, "Can we work together to solve your problem?" And give verbal affirmations like, "I respect your question or concern. Let's resolve it." Objective number 2. Be as knowledgeable as possible. Maintain honesty. Simply put, if the customer asks a question in which you do not know the answer, simply say so. But immediately assure the customer that you will work diligently to find the answer to resolve their issue. You may need to call them back or reschedule at a later time when you have full info for the customer. Be sure to follow up. And objective number 3. Establish a professional touch. Dress and talk the part. A daily exercise of this professional touch is the following. If you are a customer service representative over the phone or online chat services, speak in a way in which your customer is standing directly in front of you. How would you want to dress to convey a professional image? How would you speak to convey that same professional image? Vice versa. If you are a customer service representative who is always inclined to face-to-face personal conversation, speak with the detail of somebody who had to communicate over the phone or any other kind of digital device. How would you speak? Would you be aware of your tone? What detail would you include in your statements? Additionally, whenever possible, speak clearly and try to refrain from slang rhetoric. Remember, you are the professional in this circumstance. Act that way. And if your professionalism is not reciprocated, please maintain a calm vocal tone and maintain a non-threatening posture. Conflict resolution techniques. Verbal keywords. People may hear your words, but they feel your attitude. John C. Maxwell. Sometimes, a conflict can be resolved with a simple apology. In this circumstance, fixing this situation with the customer requires 2 steps: how to apologize properly and how to educate your team on customer service missteps and corrections so that moving forward, the apology will not be needed. Psychology Today presented some common social interactions we experience every day. Express regret. I'm sorry. I apologize. Explain the cause. I forgot to call you. We were backed up. Miscommunication occurred. Offer to repair or fix the situation. How can I make this up to you? Physical cues. The most important thing in communication is hearing what isn't said. Peter F. Drucker. One of the most important things we can utilize as a customer service professional is remembering to never match the energy of a disgruntled customer, or never match the energy of an overly excited customer. It is important that we stay as neutral as possible and try to refrain from raising your hands abruptly as this may trigger a reactive response from a customer who is either already aggravated or excited. Let's allow the customer to speak and voice their concerns. Do not cut them off. Do not be condescending or arrogant in your word choice. Be mindful. Finally, if the customer invades your personal space, slowly distance yourself. And subsequently, if you are physically threatened, whether in person or by virtual device, alert the customer that their actions are being monitored and trained officers are on the premises. Promptly stop communicating and contact security or police personnel immediately. Let's review some of the pro tips that we found in our conflict resolution techniques. Objective number 1. Be authentic with the customer. Try not to come across elitist or arrogant. Objective number 2. Allow the customer to speak uninterrupted. Number 3. Slowly stop conversing if the customer illustrates verbal and physical confrontation. The importance of information sharing. Ask yourself this: if one fast food restaurant chooses to make their food differently from the rest of their operational chain, what would be the impression of that rogue restaurant? Would you truly trust its safety and sanitation processes? Additionally, if one hotel from a major chain decided to change their checkout times and charge you for bed sheets when the others did not, would you feel comfortable giving your financial info? A united infrastructure for accessing and solving all service problems needs to be used to maintain a consistent customer service. To offer this consistency, formative groups must converge and actively engage in plans to improve upon the service rendered. We can never rest on our morals and live in the confidence that the tried and true way of doing things will forever be the benchmark. As the world changes, so does its society and subsequent customers. We must make the conscious choice to adapt to obstacles and administer good customer service in unity. So what do these productive customer service meetings even look like? What are some of their qualities? 1. A sense of urgency. Urgent matters reduce procrastination. 2. These meetings have objectives, and these objectives have deadlines. Making a clear deadline fosters excellent communication between all employees involved. And the third quality that productive customer service meetings have are the mutual understanding of a main goal. All employees understand the shared responsibility. Remember, to offer a consistent service or product, groups must converse and actively engage in ways to establish a common protocol. Service pro tips number 3. Objective number 1. Practice constructive brainstorming. Be actively engaged in your meetings and internal communications. Objective number 2. Engage in these meetings with a sense of urgency. Establish deadlines. As we all know, procrastination is a slippery slope. Objective number 3. Utilize emails effectively. Make the communication easily accessible. Take a moment to review this second edition of the Customer Service web series. And when completed, stay tuned for some fun and enlightening group exercises.